What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting a brand new show. This is the second to last show we're starting this season, I believe. I don't think there's any more to go, except for Sword Art, but I'll explain Sword Art when we get to Sword Art's slot. This is GIBIATE, or GIBIATE. I'm not quite sure how you're meant to say this name yet. I'm hoping that in the first episode they'll explain what it's meant to be called. But it's based on a virus or the entities that they end up fighting. So hopefully they'll explain it pretty early on in the episode that I can actually correct myself on how to say it. Because I have no idea. GIBIATE, 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 GIBIATE. It's not GIBIATE. It's not GIBIATE. If it's GIBIATE, I will laugh too much. Anyway, since this is a new show, as per usual, we're going to go over the synopsis of the show, some of the tags, the studios involved, etc., just to get a basic feel for the anime. I did this in summer 2020 preview, but I'm going to do it a little more in-depth here. So here we go. In 2030 Japan, okay, so this is 10 years in the future. Not that far, actually. A virus has infected humans throughout the world. Yeah, I think I made this exact same... I think I say that I made a coronavirus joke in the last one as well. Oh well. Infected people turn into different forms of monsters based on their ages, sexes, and races, so a lot of variety in the monster designs. Virus is named Gibia, after being rich in variety like Gibia. I have no idea what Gibia is. Let's find out. What is Gibia? Spanish to English. Third anime. Meaning of Gibia on Ancestry. No, I don't need to go on Ancestry. Gibia. ASMR? Gibi? I have no idea. Okay, so it has absolutely no meaning from what I can tell. Anyway. So yeah, whatever. Just then a pair of samurai and ninja appeared in such a blighted wasteland of Japan. They both travelled from the early Edo period, fighting together with help from a doctor who tries to find cure for Gibia, or Gibia. Why are they time travelling? Okay. Facing ceaseless attacks from Gibias or Gibias and outlaws that attack travellers for food, they start the dangerous journey with enemies all around. So yes, you can't fight... you can't trust humans because humans are trying to survive and will steal what they need to get by. Can't trust monsters because they're monsters. Makes sense. The art style so far looks very... looks like an older style. Like, it doesn't look like what you'd expect from a 2020 looking production. Like, I know this is from 2020, but what I mean is like the art style is not a modern art style in the lines, the shading, the colorations and stuff. This looks like something that I would watch from... honestly, it almost looks 90s. I could see, if like this came out in the 90s, I'd say, damn, that looks pretty good. Nowadays, it definitely looks aged, if that makes sense. So yeah, 25-minute runtime, summer 2020. Don't know how many episodes it is, probably 12. Score's not doing great first day, but then again, first day scores on A-list are usually very off. Usually we wait till like the second or third week and you really see where it's going, but starting out at 43, 46, not a good sign. So this is by Launchbox and Studio L, who have done literally nothing else. Okay, so brand new work from two studios combined. That spells disaster. That does not go well. Two studios coming together for their first project each. That does not sound good. Like, I can't think of a situation where that could possibly end well, honestly. Action horror. Okay, horror. Post-apocalyptic samurai ninja dystopian CGI. Isekai. Yeah, I guess time travel automatically comes as isekai. I love how time manipulation is lower than isekai. Okay. I guess this Kathleen character is meant to be the Doctor, but we won't go into that too much because I don't want to spoil too many of the characters. Although, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. This is definitely something... This is an anime that's outside my usual wheelhouse. I don't normally appreciate action horror type shows. Dorohedoro was quite the exception because it was injecting a lot of comedy into it. And being a CG anime, it was kind of interesting to see how they approached it from a full CG perspective. Or not full CG, but a heavy CG perspective, I should say. So, yeah, Dorohedoro was kind of an exception to the rule. I don't normally watch horror-based shows. I usually enjoy my comedies, my romances, things like that. So I'm very open to being surprised here and having something that I'd be interested in, but we'll see. As always, if you're new to the channel, we do timer-based reactions here, which means in the bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the timer for the episode. I'll count it down 3, 2, 1, play, and then when I say play, I start the footage on my end, you start the footage on your end. I'm watching the Crunchyroll version, so if you watch Crunchyroll as well, we're perfectly in sync. And then, yeah, we watch along. I can't show any video or audio on this for copyright reasons, of course, and since this is 2 completely brand new studios, who knows who they're affiliating with for copyright claims, and if it's Molebeat, then, well, this series is completely gone. As well as the channel, probably, because goddamn Molebeat, they are the worst people in the entire existence of the YouTube copyright system. Anyway, that's probably not true, they're way worse, but they're just as bad as them. Anyway, with all that said, second attempt at starting this, because I messed up the first one, here we go, in 3, 2, 1, play. Is this a studio opening logo? No, it's the start of the show. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Did you have to start with that? Don't have the spider jump on her. Or him. Or her. Okay. Did that say ABCD? 18K? Oh, wow, that's advanced. Okay. 18 didn't graduate. Mm-hmm. Aha. Because the world's already gone to shit. Mm-hmm. Sweet award, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm assuming dead parents. Yeah. No, referencing Mad Cow, okay. Prions, okay. Of course. It's always either conspiracy or promotion. GIBIATE. Did it say starting from Italy? Because that is way too relevant. I mean, I know Corona didn't start in Italy, but it became a huge epicenter in Europe, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. The hell are those flares coming down? Okay. Alright. What? Ooh. Creepy. And that plane's coming down in the city, isn't it? That plane's coming down in the city. Yeah, it is. Oh, they kind of copped out with it. Oh, that's a shame. I can tell the budget of this anime now. That honestly kind of annoys me they didn't put a bit more thought into that. Yep. How, though? Is that meant to be like the International Space Station coming down? I don't think God's gonna help. Okay, that's a cool little title card. And now it's 1600! Makes you wonder how the hell they're meant to explain this, doesn't it? We're on a boat. This is our main character. One of them, anyway. Which one's the ninja and which one's the samurai? I recognize that voice. exiled her. I recognize your voice. Okay. I'm sure you will. He's just exploiting you, almost certainly. No intention of summoning you back, probably. Okay. So, caught for murder. How on earth does time travel come? There's the answer. This is how time travel gets involved. That's a nice visual. I don't think you are. Okay, I guess we're getting an OP. That's one of the worst. That was not a greatly animated water drop, but whatever. Spirits away. That is not a good pose for walking. Whatever. We're getting no lyrics? Oh, the monsters look out of place. No lyrics, huh? Okay. I mean, it's alright. Don't know who this guy's meant to be. Oh, that was a horrible ending to that song. Alright. Okay, that was alright. And now they're in modern day Tokyo. Somehow, some reason. I bet they won't explain that. Ugh. Might as well be. Yeah, they did. My instant meet award. Nom 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 nom. Okay, that was just a filler shot for the sake of something. I don't know what. Is there? Yep, in the process of... Yep. Okay, weird animation, but sure. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It's real, though. Oh god, that animation is so clunky. Why not? Yeah, just snaps. Oh wow, they're okay. He grabbed a fire hydrant. About fire hydrant, fire extinguisher. Jesus Christ, my brain. God, it's so slow and clunky. All right. Mm-hmm. With what? God. Now this is our doctor, I'm guessing. This scary monster just looks. Oh yeah, it is. Taser. Taser. That's not how a taser works, but sure. Sure, we'll say that's how tasers work in this world. Alright, Team Rocket over here. What are you gonna do? Take a sample, I'm guessing? Yep, gotta take a sample. Mm-hmm. And we have met. Oh god, we're doing a title card like every 6 minutes or something? Just slightly. Doesn't lie. I guess that's a measurement. I mean, it's a bit of a jump, but sure. God, so slow and clunky. Well, well. Mm-hmm. Not everyone. Majority. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you should absolutely doubt that. Um, um, sure. Seem very calm with the fact that they're time travelers, but mm-hmm. Oh, don't show me that animation again. GBA. Okay. I mean, they all have a stinger that can infect you. Okay. Alright. It was. Well, there were some pretty bad wars that you guys have missed out on. So it wasn't as if you fought for the piece of everything. It got pretty bad around about, I don't know, late 30s, early 40s. You're telling me. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were both being exiles, so they probably wouldn't have weapons on them. Shinobi, alright. You could probably find a sword somewhere in Tokyo. What a weird question. Of course you do. You're dead. You're dead. We really just did a screen wipe? Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, that would be helpful. But he was that powerful against mortals of his own realm. He's not powerful against monsters that he's never seen in his life. Let's just quantify that real quick. Also, in this day and age, a gun and supply of ammo is probably way more important than sword skills. Let's be real for a second, okay? Less than 100 of us. Okay, so there's a camp here. Nice belt. You look ex-army for sure, with dog tags like that. Brian, alright. Ah, Marine, okay. US Marine, maybe? And yeah, they're walking bare feet. Obviously. They're fearful. The world is ending. they're not going to trust anyone. They just see it as more people to feed, more people to put a burden on their relative safety. Are we just easily accepting the fact that... Anyway. Are we just easily accepting this fact now? Like... Have we got another title card? Okay. What is this show? Right. Thank you. Right. That doesn't explain how you suddenly accept time travel. Okay. Alright. Triplex. Right, now we're... Correct response. Right. He has the correct response. He has absolutely the correct response in this situation. Right, you don't understand language. Japanese language would have evolved a lot in 400 years. Raise the flag. Mm-hmm. Okay. It would be very strange. One's a disease, the other is goddamn time travel. Alright. Whatever. What caused the first case then? I guess that's what they're trying to work out. Okay. Alright. We got Triceratops, we had a lizard. Like dragon things. Have we seen multiples? $5, okay. Yeah. No. Mm-hmm. Was that a Simpson? Okay. It's odd, but sure. Probably not. Are they going to try and link the sound of dripping water to the fact they were exiled out in the ocean or something? Okay. So it's a once per 24-hour thing, alright. So if it misses and injects, then it becomes unable to infect for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. As expected. Yeah. So whilst you won't turn, you'll still be dead. Or just try and survive as long as you can. Okay, interesting vehicle. Camp lighten up. Not torches, but yeah. They don't like light. They don't like light? Then how the hell did they... What? Okay. Jesus Christ. Creepy. They don't like the light. And how the hell did they live in... Surely the vibrant nightlife of the world would have really put them off then. And then with the harsh sunlight, surely they wouldn't like that as well. So at day you're safe. I get the feeling that dislike is like, they'll still go if they have to, but they'd rather not. Because otherwise, the world is basically lit up 24/7 nowadays anyway in most parts of the developed world, so interesting. Okay, we've got a little bit after here. Another 10 or so seconds. Alright, he's getting his sword. Okay, to be continued next episode, Beyond the Vortex. Okay, what did I watch? What a bizarre show this is. This is bizarre. I don't know what they're trying to go for here. I don't know what they're trying for here. Like, I don't feel like I understand. Like, if they're going for a horror, there has to be some actual horror here. Post-apocalypse zombie monster things that don't really... I mean, they're interesting designs, to be fair. Borrowing a lot from the dinosaur world, I can tell. I saw a Triceratops in there. You can see raptor influence. You can see pterodactyl influence. So it's like... the one that they ended up fighting, or coming into contact with, where was it? Where is it? There it is. It kind of reminded me of, what was that one? Is it Ankylosaurus? Yeah, it reminded me of having, like, the back of, like, an Ankylosaurus type thing. That's what it reminded me of the most. Yeah, it seems like they're drawing a lot of inspiration from dinosaur designs, which is cool, because dinosaurs are cool. Like, they look cool. Or at least what we imagine them to look like, based on their skeletal structures and stuff. But yeah, the time travel thing seems completely arbitrary. Like, why did you need time travel in this show? I don't see what it adds, except a long-running narrative that can then explain itself. Like, I'm only interested in this show because I want to know what on earth the time travel has to do with anything. Is there time travel just so they can quantify it as an isekai? Is that the only reason it exists? Because this is an original project. This is a completely original project. There is nothing else about this show to speak of. There is no manga. There is no light novel. This is a completely original work. So what? Why do they need to be time travelers? What does that add? Except we have an excuse to have ninja and samurai skills against these monsters. Because that's the only reason I can think of. You want to have a viable reason to have a samurai and ninja who are competent in fighting, and you just want to tick the isekai box because you've heard isekais are popular. That's really the only reason I can think of for even wanting to add the time travel aspect. I want them to explain it, but I don't know if I can be bothered to hang around to find out why. Like, I don't. Anyway, our main boy, what's his name? Sensui Kanzaki, played by Tetsuya Kakihara, who lives in Japan. His hometown's Dusseldorf, Germany. Okay, interesting. He's from Germany. He can speak Japanese, English, German. Interesting. That's not something you hear too often. He was in Fairy Tail as Natsu. I recognize his voice from something. Now it's just a question of finding out what the hell I do recognize him from. I don't see anything just yet. He was in Log Horizon. What do I recognize you from? There's GBA. What do I recognize you from? I don't see anything that I recognize your voice from, but your voice is very recognizable. Because I never watched Fairy Tale. Guy Zero. Like, I saw you in Summer because you were in that, but I don't recognize that voice just from that alone. What on earth do I know you from, then? Like I said, I haven't seen Log Horizon. B Project. I'm so confused as to why I recognize you. Maybe you just sound like someone else I know. Because I've not seen any other shows you're in. Oh, you were in Carol and Tuesday as well, but I don't remember your character. Yeah, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why I recognize your voice. Anyway, our other one is Kemoroku Sanada, played by Hiroki Toshi. What have I seen you in? Also from Fairy Tale. Big surprise. You're in Initial D. You're in Naruto. Pokemon. Zarius Shasha from Overlord. I recognize that. March comes in like a lion. Psychopath. Okay. Yeah, I recognize you a bit from Overlord at least. But that's about it. Then our main girl, Kathleen Fernanda, played by Yukio Fuji. Or Fuji. Again, Fairy Tale. Kokoro Connect as Mihara from Michi Random. Okay. You're in Citrus as a character. You're from Goblin Slayer. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which is still such an interesting title to me. You're in Railgun. You're Mimi from ReZero. Okay. You were in the Monogatari series, Season 2, someone. And you're in From Seiran as Yoko. Okay. You're also in Monster Girl Doctor as the mermaid. So you'll be the mermaid this season in Monster Girl Doctor when we get to that next week. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, honestly, I just looked up those names mainly just for filler here, because I don't know what to think of this show. Like, the CG monsters look... Like I said, interesting designs because they're borrowing from dinosaurs, somewhat prominently. And that's just cool. I mean, who doesn't like dinosaurs at this point? But their animation in the CG is bad. The pacing of the show... Well, the show's pacing I can't fault. The dialogue felt clunky. The animation and differing between cuts when they were preparing for his first attack, that was really clunky. It just doesn't feel like this anime is fluid at all. It just feels like there's... I don't know if it's just to extend runtime so that we actually fit into a full episode, but it just feels like there are moments where just nothing's happening just for the sake of padding out an extra second here and there. Like, that's what it feels like, and I don't know why. And like I said, I don't know why there's time travel involved. I don't know why you need that, except now we have an excuse for a samurai. It's just a weird show. It really is. I don't know why we have to have title cards every 5 minutes. That annoys me, because that just ruins the flow of the episode immediately. Like, if it was a sketch show, like Gallon Dino was, it's fine, because it's a sketch show. You have your little segments, and you move on to the next segment. But this is not a segmented show. This is a story. This is a proper anime story that you're meant to be telling here. Why break it up for no reason, except, again, to pad time? I don't know. As a first experience from Launchbox and Studio L, a very poor first impression. Like, I just don't feel any... I don't know. I just don't feel any attachment to this at all right now. And why is everyone so accepting of the fact that they're time travelers? Like, I know there is a monstrous disease of infecting DNA, but we know that's possible. Like, even in 2020, we know that you could mess with DNA to the point where you just... Well, could you transform someone into a different entity? No. But you can mess with DNA to the point of it being lethal, absolutely. We know that's a fact. Like, we're trying to mess with DNA, but we can't do it because it's too complex that we keep messing it up every time. Like, we change one thing, 50 other things break. It's like game code. DNA is like game code. You fix one bug in a game, you've made 50 more. It's like, that's just what happens. Like, you try and fix a character's movement, all of a sudden their gun stops working. Like, it makes no sense. There shouldn't be any connection, but there absolutely is. Yeah, I'm going to give this a second episode. I'm just going to give it a second episode because I just want to see what direction they're going in. Like, obviously they're trying to discover the cure for Gibia and whatever it does. So they're going to try and find the cure for it. Are they going to explain time travel at all? If they do, it won't be till like episode 10 probably. Let's be real here. So... Again, they dislike light? How is that a problem in modern society? Like, in modern society, light is like the most abundant thing. Like, nightlife in developed countries is insane. There's lights everywhere. Like, it's just as bright at nighttime as it is in daytime in most cities, so... I just don't understand that. Like, how would any metropolitan area ever get majorly infected? Like, obviously back alleys and stuff, but if it's like that, then it can probably be contained by military force. Probably. Also, how hardy are these things? Like, a stun gun can knock them out for a minute or so, let's say. At least a minute, because she went up there and extracted blood. And it's also enough to paralyze them to the point where they don't mind being stabbed and drawn blood from. Like, that doesn't wake them up. Also, that's not how a stun gun works. It doesn't just wrap around you and zap you. It stings into your back, and then you have to pull the prongs out afterwards. Like, that's not how stun guns work. I've never seen a stun gun that wraps around. Also, how in the world does physics let that happen? Like, how do you shoot two prongs out of a gun, they go, and then they go... Like, how does that work? Like, anyway, I feel like they could have had... much more impact. They just used a real human taser. Like, we have tasers. This isn't modern tech. Or future tech, I should say. It's absolutely modern tech. Most police officers will have experience with a taser. Like, come on. Anyway, I'm going to give this a second episode just for the hope that it improves. But if it is very much the same as this, I'll drop it next week, more than likely. We've got a 4-episode day here with another new show starting just after this, which again I might drop because I don't think it's my type of show, but we'll see. I've been wrong before. But yeah, I'm not impressed with this at all, really. The art and animation is... Well, the art's okay, the animation is questionable. The dialogue is questionable in its pacing. Using a title card every 5 minutes is just not really that good for a show that's narrative focused like this. And time travel feels arbitrary and unnecessary. It just feels like a need to tick a box for a genre more than anything, rather than have anything... Like, I assume they're setting something up, like, they had the whole water in your ears thing. Then all of a sudden these people who are out in the middle of the ocean suddenly get transported in. That can't be a coincidence. Like, there's no way that's a coincidence. Like, there must be trying to set something up there. If they are going to explain the time travel at all, which who knows if they need to bother at this point. But, yeah, I'll give it an episode just to see if anything gets interesting. But as of right now, it's probably going to be dropped. Let's just say that for now. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Not really my cup of tea, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode as per usual. Leave a comment on what you thought of the episode and how it panned out from a first impressions point of view. If you want to have a bit more in-depth discussion about this show or other shows from the season, I do have a Discord channel in the description that you can check out. And don't forget to hit subscribe to see next week's episode, which will probably be the last, depending on how well it goes, as well as the rest of the Summer 2020 lineup, including a new show and Decadence after this as well. This is the second of 4 videos I'm putting out today. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.